Yo world, this is your boy Christian Banks, and this is my garage. It's kind of messy. I just put my cars up and then work on them sometimes. I'm getting ready to work on a couple cars, but I think the analogy we talked about this week is going to be good. Well, last week we talked about money and time. I didn't really get to finish, but because one subject led to another subject. And here's the thing. There's only so much time we've got in life. We've got to be able to deal with it. If we don't, time will run out. But if your health is good, you can always make more money because it gives you more time. So that'll help out from last week. If you take care of yourself, and that's what we're going to talk about today, time into money and time, you will have more time. You will have more good time in your life, more time to grow, more time to learn, more time to love than if you don't take care of yourself. Your life will be shorter and probably not as fulfilling. No matter how much money you make, it can be gone. Just like on Facebook, my boy Dwayne Brown, I'm a shout out to him. He talked about Bill Gates, I do believe it was, 54, died at 54. One of the billionaires died at 54. It doesn't even matter what name it is. He died at 54. Now, most of you guys know I'm 57. I'd have been dead, 4 or 5 years ago. That's crazy. I'm still young, I'm still healthy, and I can still do things. And guess what? I can still learn. So that's important. Before we get too far away, I'm going to always do with a scripture. I'm going to talk about Psalms 19:14. It's pretty simple because mostly everybody knows it. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. I'm going to take a quick couple seconds. The words of my mouth and the meditation. So whatever you say, of course, God is listening. And the words that come out of your mouth, is it acceptable to God? Is it? Meditation of my heart. You hear people say, God knows my heart. Well, if your heart is pure, he understands. Or if your heart is genuine, he understands. To speak one thing and to do another is really unacceptable. And but at the same time, like I said, I can't judge. Only God can judge. So I got a lot of work to do today, but I wanted to put out this because I said I'm going to do it once a week. I'm going to flip it around, let you see. Hopefully I got the glare out this time. I think I did. I had a protector on the outside, and what it did, I think it filmed up. It made the film look bad. I'm not looking so great today. I got my Carolina Panther stuff on. Yeah, we didn't do good this year, but guess what? Dallas fans, you lost too. You made it further, but you didn't win. So, hey, whatever. But the thing is, I know you might look at the film, you say, wow, some of his gear is whack. Maybe his hair isn't combed today or it doesn't look combed or upkeep. It's my day off. I got stuff to do out here to work. I think what's important to getting things done. And it's cool to own a lot of house, a lot of cars, a lot of anything, but you always got maintenance. So I'm going to flip it around real quick. As you see, my 2018 Corvette. I don't have many miles on it. I bought brand new. My 2010 Camaro. I did not buy it new. Had a lot of miles. We had 91,000 miles. Now it's got over 100,000. And last week I showed you my Magnum. And it's 2006. It's got a lot of miles. I think I just turned 160 just now. I got another burn barrel because the other one wasn't the one I wanted. Anyway, then you can see the car I bought for my wife. My wife's car, her Equinox, 2020 Equinox. Now, why are you looking at this? Oh, and then, of course, my GMC Denali. And my Hummer and my other stuff is behind. The same analogy with cars are the same analogy with people. If you don't take care of the car, it will fall apart. Cars won't last forever. People don't last forever. So the time that you have to spend with your cars or with yourself, makes a big difference. So this is what we're going to talk about today. Do you want to die early? Because we all got to die. Then we got to understand, okay, how we're going to die. Are we going to be laying in the bed hooked up to some tubes? Are we going to be taking a whole lot of medication, just praying from day to day with the pain till it ends? That's big. You got to change your oil. Same thing with us. Changing the oil in a car helps the car stay lubricated. Dirty oil doesn't lubricate a car. So when you change the oil, you got fresh oil, it lubricates your gaskets. Same thing as us. As we take care of ourselves, eat better food, and exercise, it lubricates our joints, our cartilages, so it doesn't wear out. A lot of athletes wear out quickly because they push them hard. A lot of race cars wear out quickly because they push it hard. If you push your car hard, things break. You twist ankles. You break bones. You do a lot of damage in your body. And what you have to do is take care of it. That 2020 Equinox, it's got 50,000 miles on it already. But guess what? You get a little device like this, check engine light came on. You check it out, see what it is. It's showing a body module control. The body module control, something happened to it. It could be something simple, like a ground, or it could be something more complicated, like the module is bad. I'm gonna go back in the back with the bat layer. And what I'm saying is we have to take care of our bodies. We have to. If we don't, they will fall apart. If you want to live a long life, you got to take care of yourself. You got to exercise. You got to be less stress in your life. Whatever it takes. Now you see the sun glare coming through. I'm gonna try to walk through the bat cave. See that? No stupid people beyond this point. Try to live a stress-free life. Okay, there we go. The glare is gone, or most of it. You got to live. You got to be able to try to sleep 8 hours a day. When you're young, you didn't need it. Your body was full of energy, just like a car. When it's brand new, you don't need to do anything but get in and drive. And that's what we did as we were young people. We got in and just drove. We took off. Some of us abused our body. We ran hard. We did everything we wanted to do. We were big and bad enough to do it. We did it. As you get older, you can't do that. You got to eat a little bit better. You got to exercise a little bit more. You got to stretch a little bit more. You know, you see pull hamstrings, pull this, pull that, even in athletes. Why? Because they don't stretch properly. I was listening to a YouTube. They were talking about Tiger Woods, how bad he is. His body is really a lot of, what do you call it? Anyway, his body doesn't react like he wants it to. So he's got a lot of arthritis and stuff in his body. And they were talking about, well, if he did more yoga, he would be able to do that. So 15, 20 minutes of yoga every morning, he said, his body would be able to be back to pro shape. See, some of us don't realize it. LeBron James is one of the greatest athletes in the world. Not just because of points, but the stuff he does. He's just unbelievable at his age. But you got to think about it. What does he do? He invests in his body. Now, all of us don't have $1 million to invest a year. Most of us don't. But what we can do is watch what we eat. We could walk, jog, bike, stationary bike, push-ups, sit-ups, something on our own 2 to 3 times a week. And you could tell a difference. Everything you do burns calories. When I get on a bike, stationary bike in the morning, I only do it like 5-10 minutes at the most. Most times it's around 5 or 6 minutes. And it tells me how many calories I burned, what I've done. But you got to understand, everything helps. It helps lubricate my joints as I move them slowly. It helps my circulation in my lower half of my extremities. So if I do push-ups in between when I'm filling up, it helps strengthen my upper part of my body. It just keeps it a little bit more sturdier. When I grab something, it doesn't feel as hard hard to pick up or hard, it doesn't hurt. Even with my arthritis in my wrists and my shoulders and my back, it helps. I can tell the difference when I work out and when I don't work out. Why am I telling you just? I want you to live life a long time and want you to have a good life. I want to live a long life. I watched my mom die early. She was 68, but she didn't take care of herself. She took vitamins, but she didn't exercise. She didn't take it on a regular toward the end either, because what really got her was diabetes. I got diabetes. What do? I stick my finger in the morning, see where I'm at, and then make sure I try to fast for that day to make sure I only eat so much. If I do overeat, I try not to overeat the rest of the week. There's lots of things you could do, but you got to check up on it. You just can't ignore it. It's not going away. If you ignore your problems, it doesn't go away. I remember what my brother said a long time ago, and I'll never forget. He said, if I was dying, I don't even want to know. I said, why not? Wouldn't you want to try? Wouldn't you want to try to fight it? He said, no. But when he got sick, it was really too late. Could he have done something? I don't know. Everybody knows. He had leukemia, blood cancer. But I truly believe most cancers come from what's inside, what we eat or what we don't get rid of. That means if you don't defecate every day, if you don't do a bowel movement every day, if you eat every day, you don't get rid of that waste, it's inside your body. Just like diabetes, sugar is inside your body. Simple sugars inside your body that doesn't move, break down the cells in your body and kills you. Just like undigested food in your body stays in there and just rots your body, poison it. So you just got to take care of yourself. Am I a doctor? No. But I know what works. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're older, say 45 or older, and you take a good bowel movement, you feel a lot better. Most of the time, I tell you one even better than that. When we were younger, my mom used to give us an enema. You say, oh, yeah, that was nasty. She gave us enema anytime we got sick. As soon as it flushed out our body. So I take, like if I get real sick, most of the time, you're not going to the bathroom on a regular. You take a laxative and you get rid of it, you feel better almost immediately within hours. So the sickness that you have in your body makes a big difference. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to be aware of yourself. You've got to see where you are, and you've got to always want to improve just a little bit. You ain't got to run no dang triathlon. You just got to take care of yourself, just like the cars out there. A lot of people want cars, but they don't want to take care of the responsibilities. For me to change the rack and pinion that was leaking, to change the brake pads, get the rotors turned. I got a front end alignment today. If you'd have took it to a dealership, dropped it off, it'd cost you close to $1,000. Easy. I probably paid less than $300. I know it was less than $300. The rack and pinion $160. I turned the rotors, I think $20 a piece. Brake pads, I got them real cheap online, in the good brake pads. And then, of course, I had the new tie rod ends. They were $40 a piece, I think. So $300 something maybe, or spend $1,000. That's up to you, but you got to be willing to do it. Just like your body, you got to be willing to invest in your body. Be willing to invest in your body, and you don't have to do a lot. Maybe get some supplements, take a multivitamin, maybe some fish oil. Maybe just read up on some stuff. Maybe you should and should not do. Look at YouTube. Look at some things you should and should not do if you got diabetes. Not all of it's correct, but as you look at more and more, you start to see that more different doctors will say more of the same thing than different. Okay? That's where I learned a lot. You're not going to get all the answers by yourself. God is just not going to bring all these answers to yourself. What you do, he sends people around you that you can learn off of. And we'll talk about that last week, learning off of people around you. I give a big shout out to all people around me, including my boy Flex. We talk knowledge all the time. We talk money all the time. We talk stuff all the time. This important stuff, not just bullshit. That's just real. If you want something in life, you got to be able to obtain it. How do you obtain it? Find out from somebody who's already got it. I don't have all the answers, but I tell you what, I can learn it, especially now with the internet. In case you didn't know, My name is Christian, and this is Christ, Corvettes and Cars. Subscribe and tell other people about it. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when the next one come up. I'm going to try to do it at least once a week. Try to be around 10 minutes a time. I grow, you grow, and we grow together, and I can learn some things from you, and you can learn some things from me. If nothing else, we just stay motivated together and try to do the right thing. If you're already doing the right things, just try to stay motivated and do the right thing. All right? Talk to you next week. Deuces. I'm out.